All right, we are live, guys. Let me see. I'm having a few technical difficulties. I apologize. Greetings. This is Dave Seiler.
And Ernie Atwell.
You talk.
I'm going to talk.
You go talk.
Let's take two.
Yeah, we were having some technical difficulties about getting on, but
he was having technical difficulties about getting on. Anyway, we'd like to welcome everybody to episode 2 of Step Into the Paranormal with Paranormal Inc., brought to you by WLFE DB Radio Network.
Awesome. I apologize for being late tonight. I don't know why it's giving me a little bit of attitude on here, and now we're having more fun on this. So, we wanted to basically thank a few people. First of all, let's start by saying thank you to Mike King for being our special guest last week.
Yeah, what a way to kick off our debut episode. What better guest and skeptic than Mike himself, you know? And also, very dear friend of ours celebrating her 15th birthday today, Jadence. Happy birthday from Dave and I and everybody in the paranormal family. So when you see her on Facebook, see her in person, see her at the bash, an event, anywhere, tell Jadence happy belated birthday.
All right, very good. I'm just checking on the feed to make sure that you guys can hear us okay, because we're getting a little bit of static and feedback here. At this point, this is our second show, stage 2, and I apologize. We're trying to do everything professional, but of course, anything that can go wrong will go wrong at the worst time. You know how that works.
So I heard you ran into somebody the other night.
I did. I actually ran into Dan Class. I was up scouting out a location for me to go investigate at, and you and I to go investigate at. And I actually ran into him and some of his family up there. It was really cool. And he was actually investigating the venue that I was actually scoping out to investigate for us in October.
Looking forward to seeing you, Dan, and Chelsea in a few weeks at the Bash. It's always good hanging out. We love you guys.
Definitely. Ernie, I now got a red flashing light.
Here we go again.
EBS.
We interrupt our program to bring you this important message.
All right, Ernie, apparently we've got an emergency broadcast coming in. We have breaking news out of Gettysburg. I'm being told by our sources we have paranormal royalty trying to contact us. Let's go to the field where sources say Pam and Steve Berry from Gettysburg Ghost Exchange is now live with Paranormal Inc. Hi, and welcome to the show, guys.
Hey, Pam. Hey, Steve.
Can you guys hear us? Apparently not. Even more fun. Let me see. Hey, Steve, can you hear us? Oh, turn your volume back on. You're still muted, Steve. Steve, turn your volume back on. He's talking to us.
If anyone can read lips.
Here, let me just do this. I'm going to call her.
Sir.
Hey, there you go. Let's turn the Skype thing off. Can you guys hear us okay now?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. Let me shut the Skype off.
There you go. I'm shutting the Skype off too. Maybe that's what's causing all the lag and everything.
I don't think it's you. I think it's something to do with the computer. I think she's got an overload of junk in this thing, and that's why it does it. Because every time she uses her computer for Skype, this is what happens. I switch to mine, but I don't have mine here.
No worries. Yeah, we've been having technical difficulties the whole way through, but we're trying to make it good. So hopefully we're live, and hopefully people can hear us. So tell us a little bit about what's going on up your end of the world, Gettysburg Ghost Exchange.
Yeah, Pam.
Hey guys.
Hey.
What's up, Pam?
Hey. Just working at just welcome some guests into the historic Lookout House just now.
Awesome.
So what's up with you guys?
We want to hear about this little store called the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange.
All right. So the store is at 1015 Baltimore Pike. owned by Steve and Pam Barry. We have become the largest paranormal equipment store in the Northeast, so if you want it, we can get it for you usually. I had a small little Reiki room, but Steve and Paratronics have taken over my Reiki room, and they are going to be manufacturing paranormal equipment out of my Reiki room. So now, if people want Reiki, my clients have to come to the Lookout House.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
But how's it going at the Lookout House? I can't wait to come back up there.
It's going really well. We just had the Ghost Brothers here a couple weeks ago. We had the Travel Channel in. They did some filming. We were built in 1838. The Confederate Army was in the attic in the basement because we were Adams County Nursery, so they knew that there would be some food and fruit here. We also have a one-room schoolhouse on the property that's been on the property since 1858. So we were also Bendersville Station, so we were a train station for a long time. So there's a lot of different layers of energy here. A lot of different things going on at every level. We have a limestone well in the basement. Investigate and stay. Step back in time with us, we say.
If you could, Pam, tell our viewers exactly what your role or what your title is at the Lookout House.
Well, I'm just an innkeeper taking care of this magnificent piece of history. I think that's all of our titles as when we step into Gettysburg or any historic place. These places are going to be standing long after we're gone.
Exactly.
Long after we'll be home to them.
Now,
so I'm just a caretaker of history.
I do have to, for those that haven't had the opportunity or pleasure to stay there or investigate or simply just visit, I have to tell you, when I was there, what was it, about a month or two ago when I was there with Lori Johnson? I guess about 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months. Yeah.
I tell you, it well exceeded my expectations. You know how it is being a paranormal investigator, and, we all go out at night and we're investigating these, these locations, and a lot of times, it's not the best conditions that we're in.
This is true.
Especially with the weather and, all the elements. But, investigating the Lookout House, it was so different. Not only welcoming, just because of how you and Steve and everyone treats the guests that come there, but, just the house itself. It was almost like investigating a museum, and the comfort level, I can't even express the comfort level. It made for such an investigation, and the activity was unreal that night that Lori and I were there. We had so much fun, and I noticed you had a group there the other night, and one of the guests mentioned that, correct me if I get this wrong, but she was staying in the Americana room. Am I saying that correctly?
Uh-huh.
But
yes.
when we were there, some of the group was up in the attic, and I stayed down in like the sitting area that sets off from the Americana room. Now, myself and one other guest that didn't want to go up in the attic, we were standing there talking, and I actually seen a full dark shadow walk by the doorway to the entrance of the Americana room. And it completely blew my mind. Unfortunately, I didn't have a camera set up, because we were just there. But that was pretty exciting,
Yeah, that was the nursery. We had, unfortunately, 5
because
children
we were
passed
just
away
there
in the house. 2 of them passed away in December.
Exciting.
One on December 28th and one on December 30th.
Right. Now, let's talk about a little event you have coming up. I can't
It's a
believe
tiny event, not a little event. It's a tiny event.
I can't believe.
Just a little tiny.
I can't believe it's been a year already, but you know our schedule, everybody's schedule last year, we were all over the place. And I have to tell you, last year was our first year for the second Gettysburg Battlefield Bash, and it was
awesome.
The event of all events.
Yeah.
You guys, I can't even begin to tell you what you and Steve and everyone that was involved, what you guys put into and the results of the Gettysburg Bash. But, I mean, it was one for the record books, and it is coming up, what, in like 2 weeks, 3 weeks?
Don't remind me.
It is coming up July 26, 27, 28. It really is coming up.
And we've added a lot of stuff to the bash this year.
Yeah, I've been following the progress. I see. Yeah. It's I to be quite honest, I mean, last year was Paranormal Inc.'s first time there, and honestly, I can't see how it can be any better. I don't know how you guys are going to outdo yourself in comparison to last year. I mean, it was that good, and I'm so glad the year flew by, and it's almost time again.
I do have butterflies in my stomach, I can tell you that. This year...
It doesn't roll perfectly. It rolls perfectly when you have the right volunteers.
Yeah.
Right.
And the right vendors.
Because it's just not Pam and I that do this. It's all the volunteers that step up and help us out.
Oh, I know.
If we didn't have them, you wouldn't be able to pull it off. So
right.
we can't take all the credit for it. It's a team effort.
Right. Yeah, I mean, I know everybody that's involved in everything that you guys go through and everything you do, and it's amazing. I mean, it was beyond belief. When we went there last year, I never in a million years expected it to be what it turned out to be. I mean, we were so fortunate and honored to be a part of it, and we're looking forward to it that much more this year, you know, because I know the things you've added and the changes that you've made. And I can tell you, everybody's looking forward to it, no matter what event we're at or we host or whatever. Somehow the main topic of discussion always ends up being the Gettysburg Battlefield Bash.
Well, every year we change it. Things have changed this year. There's one band playing instead of 8. We have the singer from The Voice coming. Olivia, I can never say her last name right, so forgive me. I'm not going to say because I can't say it right. We went with more of a DJ style. The reason why we did that is because it gave the people we listened to what people say, and a lot of people are saying they wanted to hear different types of music. So a DJ is the best thing to have. It's because they can play any type of music you want to hear.
Right.
Yep.
So we did that. We took away the stage and we went up onto the pavilion in the back of the Wyndham this year. Mm-hmm. So the stage will not be out there. Everything will be played off the pavilion, the big back porch there where all the chairs were. Mm-hmm. That's where everything is. That's where the bands wanted to play in the first place instead of down by the parking lot. And this way, if people want to dance and stuff, we're going to rope off that area down below, and they can just crank it out.
Right.
So
nice.
the Wyndham will have the bar out there and everything else for them out in the patio, and they'll be able to enjoy themselves for that karaoke contest that we had Friday night.
For the people that are listening now, can you go over because I know the hours have changed from last year. Can you go over the hours again, please?
What was Steve drove the people insane last year by opening doors at 10 o'clock and then closing them at 10 o'clock at night.
Right.
That didn't allow the vendors to leave their table or go out and have dinner and get to see the town.
Right.
So I decided to open it at 12. This way, every morning they can sleep in if they want to go out and run around town, and close it at 6.
Right.
So it's going to be 6 hours for you to go see the vendors and the stars and everything else there. And it makes it a lot easier where people can go out and rest. And then if they want, the band will start at 6 o'clock on Saturday night. and they'll be able to go from 6 to 10 out in the parking lot and party with the band and
Right.
the other singer that's going to be there. And also, if the band gets tired, we have the DJ sitting on standby. So it's going to be one big fun time.
Yeah, it does. The hours, it kind of does work out because I know just exactly like you were saying, like last year when the event shut down, I was so exhausted. I went to my room and Dave decided to hang out and stuff. And then, we were back up early and whatnot. But,
yeah. So
that makes a lot of sense.
I'm going to give the vendors an opportunity. Friday, people get off work late. If they want to stay, but it's all got to be voted on at our meeting. I always have a meeting before we open up on Friday. I'm going to have a raise of hands if someone wants to. If it's got to be the whole vending area wants to stay open to like 7 instead of 6.
Right.
Because some people on Friday get home at 5, 6 o'clock. The time they go see everyone. They might have some other plans for the weekend, so they might want to jump in.
Right.
If I close at 6, that's when they're just getting home from work.
Yeah.
So we'll take a vote to stay open 7 or 8 o'clock that night. And if they want to do the same thing,
the very first night stay open later.
Yeah. Because on Saturday people can get in there.
Because actually,
because some people are getting home from work. Yeah, I just want to give those people that only have Friday to get there, that they get a chance to see who they want to see. They may get off at work at 5 and say, heck, I'm not going to make it. By the time I get there, it's going to be 6 o'clock. They're going to be shut down, and I'm not going to see the star I wanted to see.
And plus, some of the vendors might not be able to get there till, fortunately, we're able to get there first thing in the morning, but some vendors might not be able to get there till 5 o'clock at night,
Right. There is a couple that already told us that, which we're aware of.
Right.
Setup time for vendors is to be set up before 12 o'clock on Friday. So we're going to open the doors at 12 o'clock.
What? Okay.
So
what time on Friday for the vendors now? What time can the vendors arrive at the location?
8 o'clock.
What time?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. They can arrive at the window.
Okay.
On Friday and set up. There's so many doors to the window. We had no problem with people getting in and getting set up.
Oh, right.
There's that big stretch in the back that they can all park, or they can park on that where Blackout was parked in the Batmobile.
Mm-hmm.
They can unload there, go right up in. The carts are right there. You can grab the cart.
So we'll have from 8 till we'll have from 8 till noon to set up, right?
Oh yeah, 8 to 12. 12 o'clock open the doors.
Right. About how many vendors is it this year, Steve?
We went from 30 to 60 to 90 vendors this year.
Wow.
So there's 90 vendors. We are sold out.
Wow, that's awesome. And how much is the admission again for those that are coming?
It's $10,873.23. It's $10 for the whole weekend.
$10. That ain't for the whole weekend.
For the whole weekend.
Wow.
You pay us $10 when you walk in Friday. You can use it Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You don't pay no more.
Wow, that's
the reason why we do that. Let me tell you why we do that. The reason why we do that is because, one, we want you to spend some money with your vendors that came. All right, let them make some money, and that puts money in your pocket to get yourself a shirt or get some item you want from a vendor or whatever.
Right.
Also, it gives you an opportunity to give to the charities that are there. We have the truck Blackout. We have the Batmobile. We're releasing a new vehicle that I had built. And we have Agent Orange truck, and we have Brian Renner's EMT truck there. All those guys drive and bring their cars there. And there's a lot of maintenance on these vehicles. So it's a lot of gas. It takes Blackout $74 to go from Chambersburg to Gettysburg.
Wow. Now tell everyone what the whole Gettysburg Bash. Tell everyone what that is, what that benefits, what that's for.
Well, let me tell you this. That it benefits PA Wounded Warriors and kids that are critically ill. So kids with cancer, leukemia, any childhood disease out there.
Right.
It covers.
Right. With the whole Gettysburg Bash.
It's about, we have a bullying program through the age for each, and there's so much Batman does for the kids. He's got 4 different programs,
Right.
and he'll explain that. I don't want to take a lifeline from him right now, but he'll explain to the people at the Bash his program.
Yeah. And for those that wasn't at the Bash last year, if you go on to our website, paranormalinc.net, there's a link to our YouTube channel.
It's right here at the bottom.
And you can click right on our YouTube. We have videos up there with the children and things like that from last year's Bash. So take a look at that. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. I can't wait, Steve. It's pretty exciting, man. I can't believe.
This year we added a kid zone out in front. The kid zone will be where you enter into the Wyndham. There's going to be a big tent. Remember where the helicopter was?
Yeah.
Right in front of the helicopter is going to be a big tent.
Right.
This way the kids can go play in the helicopter, and they'll be in tent. There'll be face painting. There'll be games out there for them to win prizes. And it doesn't cost them nothing. They just go out there and enjoy themselves.
Right.
They'll get their face painted and fake tattoos and body paint. There'll be games out there for them to play. And
can you look?
And we were missing that for the past 2 years. People, we had a lot of adult stuff, but nothing for the kids.
Is there as far as the kid zone? Is there a age or weight limit? Because I'm going to have my hands full trying to keep Dave at our table.
There's no bounce house though. Insurance reasons. Put it that way.
I can tell you, my daughter Grace is looking forward to this so much, and also seeing SOS Team Paranormal Camp there, seeing Sue Whittle and Jaden.
Yes.
Happy birthday, Jaden.
Let me give a shout out to SOS Camp. SOS Camp offered to help us out this year with Kids Camp.
Yeah, they're amazing.
I think it's
Kids Zone.
Or Kids Zone, I mean. Kids Zone, yeah, right. Actually, we just spoke to Jody about a half hour ago. Those kids are amazing.
Yeah, they really are. They really are. Jody and Patty and Brian and the other folks.
They work. Yep, they all work hard with
They
those
do a
kids.
heck of a job, man. That's such a good.
They do a terrific job with those kids.
That's such a good program, and we were actually at the beginning a few months ago. We were fortunate enough to investigate the Emig House with them. And Dave and myself and Mike King, we went up there and spent the day with them, and we had such a good time and went out to eat afterwards. And that's I wish, because I've been in this field for a while, and man, I wish something was around like that when I was young, out there trying to do research, and it's just amazing what they do, man. And I can't give them enough credit for that. And the kids are so nice, and it's awesome. I can't wait to see them. Hey, Steve, tell everybody.
Yeah.
Tell everybody just a few of the A gamers that's going to be at the Bash this year.
We have Scott Porter coming. Who else we have? Pam. Let Pam talk for a minute.
Hey.
Hi, Miss Pam.
So we have Scott Porter. We've got Mark Nesbitt, who's our local historian. We've got a lot of people. We've got
Dustin's coming back, right?
I know there's so many people. We've got Dustin. We've got Lori Johnson. We've got an Ink Master coming.
Yeah, Tony DeVille.
Tony DeVille. Yep.
Yeah, he's an amazing guy.
Yeah. We've got Carmen Reed, and I love her story. Carmen Reed tells about a haunting in Connecticut, and she tells it from the perspective of being a mom and what she went through trying to protect her children. She will be speaking. Please don't ask me the time because I can't tell you the exact time.
Yeah, I saw the itinerary. It's a big one.
Yeah, she gives an amazing. She gives you an amazing lecture.
Right.
We've got Daniel Calise, we've got Jim Backus, we've got Jeff Leeper, we've got Jim Crut, the helicopter zombie from Dawn of the Dead.
Right.
Kenna. Everybody knows Jack Kenna. We've got John Ruggiero and Chris, who do New Jersey Para-Unity, and they do an amazing Paracon that you should not miss. Right. It unites the field, and it's amazing. We have Bob Christopher, who has his con coming up the weekend before us. Don't miss it. That's Penhurst. We've got Adam Bonnet, who is nicknamed the Glider. He is in a wheelchair, and he tells his perspective of how it is to be in a wheelchair and investigating. Investigating without limits, like beyond limits.
Right.
He's amazing. Richard Estep. Oh my gosh, he's one of my favorite authors. We've got Nitty and Pretty and Gritty, and then we've got John. We've got John, our Batman, who will be taking some kids maybe for a ride. Lots of pictures, lots of
John Buckland. I want to give a plug for H4H Foundation.
Yes.
In the last year, I've been really associated with John, trying to help the cause out. And guys, you got to go onto the H4H Foundation. Just Google it. Heroes for Hope. This guy is actually taking a second mortgage out on his computer, on his sorry.
We know what your mind on, Dave.
Second mortgage out on his home to actually support this venue. It is a real nonprofit. He has gotten his nonprofit certificate, and he does awesome stuff for kids. He gives them hope. He inspires them. He gives them takeaways. He gives them rides in the Batmobile, as well as he buys for the families. God forbid that a child passes away, he actually purchases their coffin for them. Our hero Connor, he purchased a beautiful, way to lay this child to rest. God bless.
Shout out to Connor
and
we miss you.
The family. We really miss you, Connor. But yeah, I mean, they do a lot, and they need your help. So look up Heroes for Hope Foundation. They're an awesome cause.
Let's see some of our other special guests. We've got.
I heard this guy named Steve Barry's going to be there. Is that true?
Steve Barry and
Guy's horrible.
And Anthony Holmes will be doing their.
I almost threw him out last year. That guy.
Who?
That guy.
Steve Barry. I know, right?
Yeah, he was a bit of. I kept my eye on him. He was a bit of a troublemaker.
We got Bob Christopher this year coming.
Yep. Anthony and Steve will be doing their Almost Gone Guys.
That's awesome.
They almost picked the bucket, we call it, because they both have had near death and seen things and try to empower us, because we're all going to be there one day, but and most of us have lost loved ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you haven't. For those watching, if you haven't listened to Anthony and Dina Holmes,
they're awesome.
You need to attend their lecture if you go to the Bash. Mm-hmm. Amazing couple, great friends of all of ours, and they're just always nice to hang out with and chat with. They're so knowledgeable and do such good work in this field, and we need more people like that. We really do.
Yeah. And I know I've left some people out. Dave Giuliano, Eric Julian.
Eric, we love you,
bro. Every year for our volunteers, and he whips everybody into shape.
He's trouble too.
I tell you what, I was looking at them pictures of Eric with Jenny McCarthy.
Aren't they?
Oh,
they're cool.
You should see what Eric got. This guy goes out to these places.
I haven't posted yet.
No, I'm not gonna say. He went out to these places, and he got some. What do you call it? Metrobilia, or whatever.
Yeah, I saw a few photos that he posted.
He's amazing what he gets done.
Yeah.
Eric always cracks me up.
Yeah,
man.
I love him. He's fun.
He always cracks me up.
This year we're having 90 vendors. The first year we had 30. Last year we had 60.
Wow.
And this year we're having. I could have sold more vending space, but the ballroom only holds so many. So I just want to say, thank you to the volunteers. Thank you to the vendors. Thank you to people who are coming to buy a ticket.
All the vendors. Every vendor that's been with the Bash from day one.
Yep.
Every person is volunteered from day one.
You guys missed a huge thank you. Thank you to you guys for organizing this.
Oh, no.
God bless.
Amazing job. Amazing job.
I am a veteran, and I am proud. I am utterly proud to be a part of this.
Thank you.
What I want to talk about is what's being built right now. We are building a tribute vehicle for the bash, which is what the bash is about. This car is coming out amazing. It's all airbrush. The person that's airbrushing it has done work for Richard Petty's cars in NASCAR. So the paint job on this car is amazing. What's going on? It's honoring our soldiers, and it's honoring our kids with serious illness.
Wow.
Nice.
So it's all about with the bash. It will be revealed after Connor's run around 12:30 on Saturday 27th.
Right.
We will cover off it and let everyone see what we built.
Are they bringing McKenna down again this year?
Yes, McKenna will be there. And we're looking right now and hoping if there's anyone that wants to bring a child with serious illness that we can give more hope to.
Right.
That'd be great.
Yeah.
Just contact me at 570-647-6884. We are not turning any child away. If we have 20 kids there, the better it is.
Let me tell you, Steve, when you know all the people that attended the bash last year, and despite the fact that the money goes to the Wounded Warriors of PA, and everyone's there that loves the paranormal industry, I can honestly tell you, and I'm going to try to say this without getting choked up, when Batman came in and
I'm rubbing him on his back to make him a little bit better.
When Batman came in and did that run around the ballroom with McKenna,
yes.
I can honestly tell you, I don't know if I've ever experienced something so touching. I mean, everybody from guests to the stars of TV was on their feet,
bound down to the kids,
clapping, cheering. And I remember Batman said that toward the end, I think they had like a lap to go or 2 laps.
Yep.
And he asked McKenna if she wanted to walk. And she was like, no, we're going to finish this running.
Yep.
I mean, it was just, I think the video's on our YouTube channel. That was just so inspiring. Yep. I mean, when I got home from the bash and Ruby asked me how everything was and 50 million questions, the first thing I told her was, you got to watch this video of McKenna. And I mean, Ruby just immediately started crying 10 seconds into the video. I mean, it was just amazing.
Yeah, it's just... And then
What's the date for a minute?
What got me was when Blackout and all the trumpets and horns played taps, and you see guys from 75, 80 years old all the way down to children just crying for the POW MIA. And then when Connor did his ride afterward and wanted his brother with Batman, I lost it. I just literally lost it.
Yeah, Connor would not take that ride without his brother.
Yep.
Yep. But it's such, I mean, just...
Wait, I got to do something. James, you're actually right. We had to give Ernie a booster seat. That's why.
Yeah, look, hey, man, I'm fine. If I posted the pictures from last year, and other than Mike King, everybody was taller than me at the bash, and sitting at this table, I got a booster chair, so I'm bigger than Dave tonight. Oh, man, if we could curse on this show, I'd be cussing at you right now.
Amen. Love you too.
But back to what we were saying, I mean, just what the bash represents. I mean, I can't stress enough that this field that we're in is controversial and not everybody looks at it in a positive light like we all do. So despite the fact that you have all these paranormal enthusiasts gathered in one spot, all that love, all that energy, people giving their whole weekend, whether you're paying to get in, whether you're the many, many, many volunteers that help Pam and Steve pull this off. I mean, everyone's love and everyone's energy is there for one reason. And when I say one reason, I'm including it all in one. The paranormal, contributing to the Wounded Warriors, contributing to the children. Yep. Does that make sense?
It does.
And it's overwhelming, man.
We need 8 seconds for a commercial break because we missed it. So count off. Hey, Steve, hold the thought for a second.
Okay.
You've been listening to Step into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler.
Oh, okay. Break's done. We can talk more. we're waiting to get sponsors. That break will get longer as we get sponsors.
Hey,
but
Steve, I have a very important question,
Sure.
and I don't mean to catch you off guard.
Yes.
What kind of food are we having?
the important things in life.
We're only having English muffins.
We're having pulled pork from one place. Then we're
Ooh.
having pretzel sandwiches that Eric got.
Oh, my
So it was like
gosh.
pretzel. Yeah, I can't
Yeah.
remember.
And then we got a taco truck coming.
Tacos.
Ooh.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
All right.
so we got taco, and he's really good. So yeah, we got that. We had a guy from Missouri that was supposed to come and do open cooking out there, Cajun food and stuff. But he said, "Yeah, I'm in," and then we haven't heard. We tried calling him and everything else, and no answer. So
Well,
we moved on to the taco truck.
I got to give a
So-
quick shout out, not only to the Wyndham for, hosting this event for everyone, but I got to tell you, the 3 days or whatever that I stayed there last year for the bash, every morning I went to the restaurant
Yeah.
bright and early, and we had the
Buffet.
breakfast buffet.
Oh, that good
man
eating.
it was amazing.
Shout out to the Wyndham for that breakfast buffet.
You did a good job. And Linda, that works
Yeah,
at the
yep.
restaurant, we will see you soon,
You
sweetie.
beat me to it. You beat me
We
to
are
it.
looking forward to seeing you, and you can sit us in our normal spot,
Yup.
the spot close to the buffet table.
Yeah, next to the trough.
Right next to the truck.
Now, hey, don't forget, everybody that's going to the bash. The bash is only right down the street from Steve, are you opening the Ghost Exchange at all during that time, or?
No.
Ah.
All right, well, I'm sure you'll have some.
I can't leave that building. I must stay there because just make sure everything stays under control.
Hey.
If I leave, I may take a. See, I don't have my limo out on the road yet because I've been so busy with the Airbnb and, most important, building this tribute car. I haven't even got my limo inspected to go out on the road this year.
Hey, I got a quick story, Steve. This is funny. You guys were there last year sometime. I don't even think it was a year. I was with Steve and Pam and James Houston, and we were all, if you remember, we were all down at the restaurant getting something to eat before the event, whatever event we were hosting kicked off. And Steve got an alert on his phone that someone just got into the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange and it was closed.
Oh, geez.
So we're watching this character on the camera,
All right.
and Steve's making some phone calls.
All right.
We solved the crime, man.
What happened?
It was Eric Julian.
Oh, gee.
All right.
Eric,
Yeah.
kicking doors, man.
Hey, I know this is a little premature, but if you guys want to talk for a few minutes, I'd like to bring up the world's largest ghost hunt this year.
Sure, absolutely.
I'll turn
Where's
that
it
over to
being
you,
held at?
Pam.
Where's that being held
Give me
at?
that phone.
Got disoriented yet?
So, world's largest. We're looking forward to it. We are we're up for just about anything. We've got the schoolhouse outside. We've got the outside yard with a lot of residual, a lot of comforts and time, and we've got the whole historic lookout house.
It's going to be
So-
amazing.
Yeah, we're going to charge an admission, and then we have to talk about maybe we'll see if Batman himself can come. What would you guys feel about that?
That would be awesome.
Absolutely. We wouldn't want anyone
Okay.
else. Absolutely.
All right, and then we will help some critically ill children during World's Largest Ghost Hunt.
Awesome.
Let me
Heroes for hire.
And we'll make Batman stay in his outfit the whole night so he switches his butt off.
let me just say this much. Last year, for those that don't know, World's Largest Ghost Hunt, what it is, it's simulcast around the world. Last year it was in 19 countries. I believe we were at 154 locations, and it's one live ghost hunt.
Shotgun start at 10 p.m. Eastern Central.
And last year we were at the. Can I say where we were at, Pam?
Yeah, absolutely.
We were at the David Stewart farm.
Yeah.
We were filming there. It was us, Eric and Pam and Steve and the whole crew.
A whole bunch of people.
Well, originally it wasn't open to the public. And some locations around the world, what they do is, they open it up to the public. They come up with a foundation, and all the proceeds go to that foundation. So at that point, Connor was still with us. And we were fighting desperately to do everything we could to help this child. And Pam came up with the idea, hey, let's open this up to the public. We'll charge like a $20 fee. And everyone that shows up, we're going to donate the money directly to Connor to try to get him. I believe it was for some experimental medicine to try to help him. So we got that out there. And at the beginning of the night, of course, we're at the location bright and early. And Dave's doing his tech guru thing. And I decided I had to run down to the haunted trails to check on something real quick. And I was joking. I handed you guys a construction cone. And I said, put this where my car is. Don't let nobody take my parking spot. So I ran down. I checked in with Amanda and Terry and Dave, and everybody was down there. And I said my hellos and wished everybody good luck. I have to tell you what, when I returned back to the David Stewart farm, I guess it was about an hour before we went. Maybe it was longer than an hour before we went live. It was a freaking traffic jam.
Parking lot, yep.
It was, the main road was a parking lot getting into the David Stewart farm.
We were trying to find places for any breathing body that we could come in and
everyone pulled together that night. And what was the final count, Pam? We raised almost $1,600?
Yeah, I think so. And I remember
$20 admission. I mean, it was amazing. Not to mention active. I mean, we got some great evidence that night.
Yep.
We did.
Christina Dowden, you can vouch for me on that. We came up with some.
And Christina Dowden is volunteering and helping with the Kids Zone. Just giving her a shout out too. Yay!
Awesome. Yeah, that's so. Christina, we met Christina last year. You were supposed to be with us that night, but Steve was ill. Remember, there was.
That's right.
4 radio contestants.
Yeah, there was a radio contest in Pennsylvania, and the winner. To investigate the Haldeman Mansion with Paranormal Inc. and the Gettysburg Ghost Exchange. And unfortunately...
Steve had to ruin it and go into the hospital.
Yeah, you're all heart, Steve. Thanks.
He wanted to go in for sponge baths and Jell-O, that's all.
That's what it was.
But that's where we met Christina. She was one of the contestant winners. And after that night, I mean, she was just... like a paranormal junkie.
Yep.
She completely got hooked. Yeah. Like we all do.
Like we all do.
I mean,
Yeah, that was the night I almost broke your nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
not going to talk. We're not going to talk about that.
Right?
He got in my way. Rule number 1 in ghost hunting, don't run. Rule number 2 is accept if you're Dave.
Hey.
And he forgot that
I
rule.
think we should take up a collection, and for Tony DeVille can do a tattoo for Dave. And on his forearm, it's going to say, "There's no running in ghost hunting,
except if you're Dave."
Oh boy, Pam, Steve, you have anything else? Last comments, questions?
Steve just went up to the cupola to open it up for our guests that just arrived. So you're stuck with me. I just want to say again, a big thank you. Please come out, support our PA Wounded Warriors and Heroes for Hire. Come out and remember, when you see all of those paranormal stars, they have donated their time to come because they believe in our cause.
They have.
And every vendor that's there, they believe in our cause. And don't forget, you're going to meet Helen Sager, president of PA Wounded Warriors, and she's an amazing lady. The chief of police will be speaking, the mayor, Helen, and come out and meet Connor's family. Connor's family is going to have a table. They have a martial arts studio, so I know, Ernie, you're going to really like them and have a lot in common.
All right.
So just come out and meet some people. Chris Sanders going to have some of his haunted objects.
Yay.
That's always a good
Shout
time.
out to Chris. What's up, buddy?
Hey.
Can't wait to see you. And Pam, while we got you on the line real quick before we go, for those that aren't close to Gettysburg like we are, I mean travel distance, and I'm always up and down, back and forth, and for those of you that don't know Pam and Steve,
Awesome people.
let me tell you what, you will never meet such down-to-earth, good-hearted, honest people that have put so much
Into the community. Oh my
just
God.
into the field, the community, and I tell you what, Pam, if you all just took just an ounce of time and dedicated toward yourselves and your life the way you do other people, I mean, we've been best friends with you for a few years now, and every time I speak to you, you're always, well, I'm doing this for this person, I'm doing this for that group, I'm doing this for the, I mean, and we definitely need more people like you and Steve in this field, because you're just so genuine and so kind-hearted, and we can't even begin to tell you how much we love you and Steve and Kendra and Eric and everybody up there. And we're just so honored to call you guys friends, and I mean, we just love doing everything we can with you guys.
Well, thank you. We appreciate it
Not
very
to
much.
mention, Pam and I are from the same part of town, ain't we there, sweetie?
That's right, Balmer, hon. How you doing?
Balmer.
You don't want to go there now. You might be, we're from Baltimore, hon. Duck!
And Duck. Yeah.
One more thing. We are looking for some more silent auction items.
All right.
We have gotten some amazing things. Eric brought some things. Mason Dixon Photography has donated an amazing portrait. We have baskets, but we do need a few more things. So if anybody would love to donate to our silent auction, please feel free to give me a shout. And we have 3 more days in our block. Just 3 more for you to get a discounted room at the Wyndham. So I'm going to be posting that this evening.
Right.
And it'll be posted on my page. And so please go to that link. It doesn't charge your card at all. It just holds your room, and it'll give you that really good rate. If you're a veteran, it comes out to like $106 a night. You can't stay in Gettysburg in July.
Yeah, I mean because I booked my room. Oh my goodness, probably almost half a year ago. As soon as you
Posted.
And yeah, the discount that we get is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Actually,
So
I'll tell you what, I enjoyed the Wyndham so much that last year, you remember, Pam, when we all went up to was it the Capitol Theater for the Spirits Through Time with Ghost Pit? Mm-hmm. I actually stayed in the Wyndham that weekend.
Did you? I don't blame you. They treat you well.
Yeah, I mean, I had a 30-40 minute drive up to Chambersburg, but it was worth it. I mean, I stayed the weekend in the Wyndham again. So, but Pam, thank you, and thanks, Steve, for joining us tonight. And
I will.
Please.
Thanks for having me. We love you guys.
Love you guys. I can't wait to see you in a couple weeks.
Keep doing what you guys do. I mean, I know sometimes it doesn't seem like, it's appreciated, but trust me, whenever we mention paranormal, everybody thinks of Pam and Steve Berry. We love you guys so much. And
thank you.
We just thank everybody that works with you guys on this, that volunteers, and everyone knows who you are. It's just so many people to mention. And, to all the people coming, Porter, we're looking forward to seeing you again. Had a good time hanging last year. Dustin.
Dan.
And everybody.
Mike King.
Mike, Lori, Mel,
and
Ray.
the coffee ladies. I loved
the coffee ladies.
Oh, my God. I loved the coffee ladies last year.
But, Pam, we will see you. I will be in touch with you in a couple days. God bless you both. Keep doing what you do, and we love you guys.
Sounds good. We love you.
Bye.
One love, everybody.
Thanks for having us.
Peace out.
Bye.
You've been listening to Step Into the Paranormal with Ernie Atwell and David Seiler. Thank you for listening, and listen in next week for another topic and more great guests right here on WLFE DB Radio Network.
Bye.
for a second. Let me end that.
What do you think?
Disconnecting. Wait a minute. Disconnect. OBS.
All right,
When